City or whatever. He's wearing a little sombrero, a little hat. Did he say all Mexicans are like this? No, I don't think anyone said that. So why are people mad? It's just like a little fun, like little like area. Like, oh, this is cool. And perhaps maybe there's kids or even like some adults or teenagers or whatever that are looking at this game like, you know what, this looks pretty cool. Maybe I want to visit Mexico one day. Maybe this opens the idea that hey, maybe I should like, this looks really cool. Like if I ever meet someone who perhaps looks like this, um, or dresses in the same way, I like to be their friend. I don't know. People are weird, dude.
Yeah, I keep finding some stuff about people who are stereotyping Mexico, and people who are not offended are actual Americans, Mexicans. And case in point, when I first found out that Warner Brothers were canceling the Speed Gonzalez cartoons, and loads of Mexicans were offended because even as they canceling Speed Gonzalez. The reason why Warner Brothers did that was mainly because there were some of the mice were not considered to them was not considered culturally appropriate about Mexicans.
Yeah, I don't know. I
Yeah.
think it's
It's just stupid white people to me, to be honest.
people are finding a reason to be mad.
Yeah. Anyways, we are 15 minutes in. So yeah, uh, in the closing argument, we shouldn't just if we knew the context of what's happening instead of doing speculation or whatnot, we shouldn't be doing this kind of shit because just because it might offend if it offends this one race, you shouldn't be offended for that race though. You have to just let that other race voice their opinions and problems. Do not voice your own own problems if it does not if you're being offended for that other group.
I think better yet, just I don't know, like don't jump the gun. Like
Right.
like sit down, analyze what's going on, look around what's going on. Okay, is this what it appears to be? Let me look deeper. And then if you have something to say, you can say it.
All
And then I
right.
think one thing that's and of course uh I'm a person who suffers from this too. When giving your critique or your opinion or raising a red flag, do it with a bit of respect,
All right.
instead of like automatically lashing out. Like just bring it up, and then like if you want to lash out, if the people are being ignorant in response to it, like then you could raise it to that level. But some people, like as soon as they notice something, without doing, let's say, the deeper dive, or even if they do the deeper dive, I think like bringing it immediately to like a 9 out of 10 in terms of intensity is not the right thing to do. I think just like what I mean, like I think people are perhaps more reasonable than you make them out to be. So approach and be like, hey, I see this and that, do you care to comment on this? Some things aren't lining up, and everyone's human, and I would like to say most people are good people. So
Okay.
yeah.
Speaking of which, let's start the news desk because we're almost to 18 minutes, anyways. Uh, yeah, let's start this one. When I was looking up news, I had to talk about this because I find this really stupid. Uh, and I was actually looking up info on the internet and found out that there was like this protest, and I'm thinking Minnesota or Michigan, but I don't remember which state it was. But there was a protest outside of the governor's mansion, and where people are protesting against the social distancing aspect and saying that and some stupid shit right now. Like this one guy said that if we get the virus, then guess what? If we survive, we get immunity, and that is just plain stupid. Uh, problem is, there are people out there who got the virus, and they ended up, and after they recovered, they still get the virus again, and so it doesn't make sense. So your argument is flawed when 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 news like this contradicts what you're saying. Any thoughts on this really stupid right wing protest or whatever?
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't understand how people would think this.
It's one of those things where like, well, not even one of those things. uh, I think people feel like some places, something's always out to like get them,
Right.
and some people feel like they're jumping ahead of like everyone else if they're like, oh, we're gonna protest this, and because like we see it the right way, and I don't know, like it's just it's not understanding like the situation at all,
Right.
because yeah, and just being very arrogant in a sense,
All right.
like
Hmm.
yeah,
Yeah.
sucks.
Anyways, I still want to talk about coronavirus thing, but I'm just gonna say another piece of news. Actually, I'm not sure you know about this celebrity, but I don't know. What want to talk about? I want to talk about him because he was like the voice of wrestling at the time, and that was and a couple days ago, one of WWF's announcers, Howard Finkel, passed away at the age of 69 from a stroke. So he actually is a yeah. I'm not sure we might want to talk about this because we actually heard him a lot during our time watching WWF, but he actually he was actually very important to a lot of people, to be honest.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean, I think a lot of the voice commentators that stood a while for any franchise, yeah, people are gonna associate that like whatever event with that person's voice, and yeah, they're pretty easy to like get attached to, and yeah,
yeah,
rest in peace.
yeah, yeah. I found a lot of people saying that they like the guy and saying that are sometimes quoting him when I looked at tribute video from WWE, and people are saying, "And the new WWF champion." I don't know. They're actually there's also other super the wrestlers who are at least paying tribute to him on Twitter, or like the $10 million man, the $1 million man Ted DiBiase and Hulk Hogan and Stephanie and Vince McMahon. Hmm, damn. Wow. I just mentioned like two wrestlers who are old that are most likely going to be dead soon. $1 million man Ted DiBiase and Hulk Hogan. Well, they're not going to be dead soon. Just that that they're like two people who are getting older. Yeah. Anyways, yeah, the Fink is gone. It's gonna be difficult. It's not difficult to see a world without him, but it is difficult thinking that a huge voice of a generation is gone. Anyways, the only thing I know much about him is that he did a lot of stuff outside of ring, outside of WWE, and of course him actually talking to this anthropomorphic turkey called the gobbledygooker.
Gobbledygooker, what?
Yeah, I might talk to you about this some other time, but there it happened during a Survivor Series. during the Survivor Series event that somehow involved the first debut of The Undertaker, which is weird. Anyways, yeah. Also, we were talking about actually earlier today we were talking about some news that happened has nothing to do with coronavirus, but I forgot what you guys were talking about. Uh, Either talk about that or Bill Cosby about Cosby. What do you think?
Wait, what's happening with Bill Cosby?
Yeah, he was supposed to be released, but they deny it due to the fact of the coronavirus.
So they denied his release from where? Prison?
Yeah,
Due to coronavirus? I thought they were releasing people because of coronavirus, that they were releasing them to like prevent like the density like problems that come up with that kind of thing and spreading it.
yeah. For some reason, he was supposed to have an early release and was denied by the governor at right now.
I didn't even know he was going to like released like entirely. Like I thought he was in prison forever, pretty much.
Not forever. Turns out he has an early release, and for some odd reason, they are not going to do it because of the coronavirus scare for some reason. That's why. Actually, I'm looking at the news right now. Bill Cosby is now released from jail despite dozens of COVID-19 infections inside his prison and fellow inmate dying from the virus. Hmm. He was supposed to be released yesterday.
Well, I mean, whatever. He should be in for the rest of his life, but whatever. What are you gonna do?
It's difficult to see one of the most well-known celebrities, one of the most wholesome celebrities, is just doing such horrible shit like he did. It's like, yeah, yeah. I think people will not watch the Cosby Show or Fat Albert with that kind of information. Anyways, yeah, we're 26 minutes in actually. Yeah, we were talking about some story earlier about what was it? You were talking to people on Discord about it.
What were we talking about?
You were talking about something on Discord about this piece of news. I forgot what it was.
I don't remember either, honestly.
All right. 26 minutes in. Yeah. Let's talk about Let's move on to our third segment. To be honest, what like that?
Yeah, sure, we can move on.
Yeah. For today's third segment, we're going back to Coming Soon. You know, if you don't know, Coming Soon is a segment where we talk about trailers, whether it's from shows, or movies or gaming, and I found three interesting ones that kind of interesting. Let's start with the first one on the list, Extraction, starring Chris Hemsworth. Hey, wait, it's actually kind of an interesting plot. A man being sent to save the life of a criminal